Please remain standing until we have our invocation. I am Jim Smith, Dean of the Ohio University Lancaster campus and Pickerington Center. It is my privilege to welcome the candidates for graduation, honorees, families, students, faculty, and staff, and administrators and friends to the Lancaster campus Honors Convocation. This is a special day for all of us as we honor the accomplishments of our student and faculty. At this time, the Assembly Brass will play America the Beautiful. For those that are able, please continue to stand. It is my honor to introduce Sheriff David Phelan, who will provide our invocation.
Will you join me in prayer? Father in heaven, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. And we're reminded of the beauty of your creation on a day like this. And Father, we come together, and we're thankful for our graduates. We're thankful for supported families, the professors here at OUL. We're thankful for friends and colleagues, and many more that have supported these graduates throughout the years. Your word tells us each one of us has been given a special gift, and we're to use those gifts to serve one another as good stewards of the manifold grace of God. And Father, as our graduates go forth, we pray tonight the way they conduct their lives will be truly honorable and pleasing in your sight. And tonight we give you the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please be seated. For many of us entering this room today, we recalled memories of events and decisions that led to attending Ohio University. On this day, commemorating achievement and marking the change from student to graduate, it is important to look back, but it's also important to look to the future. Perhaps the interesting question for each student's journey to today is, how did you get here? Each person reflecting on that journey will have different answers. Hard work, sacrifice. Perhaps sacrifice you made yourself, or the sacrifice of others that made it possible for you to take classes. A few did it on their own, but many attended classes with the help of others. That help took different forms of those that helped with time, with money, or with much love and support. Students, remember to thank those that helped you on your journey of education. They have wisely invested in you and your future. Students, this is the day you've been waiting for, and a day you have earned that has been marked by your hard work and perseverance. Many of you will say that your experience in higher education has changed you. It has prepared you for the future in a variety of ways, depending upon your area of study and your educational goal. You gather information, analyze data, and think critically about situations differently than when you started your education. You probably have discovered that you can do more than you thought you could. You certainly read more books, learned more facts, memorized more facts. I'm sure you consumed more coffee and got by on far less sleep than you ever had before. You have reached a milestone. You will no doubt hear that this ceremony, a commencement, is really more about going forth from this point in your life than it is about looking back. You have not reached the end, but are only just beginning on the journey of your career and the life that is before you. OU talks about the promise that is within its students. I encourage you to take time to reflect on your accomplishments, but also take time to set new goals so as to reach new heights in your personal and professional goals, to discover all the promise that is within you. Only by setting goals do you stretch yourself to be the best you can be. Set high but attainable goals and achieve your dreams. I would like to share a poem that was on a card given to me as I graduated. It is titled "Follow Your Dream" and was written by Amanda Bradley. Follow your dream. Take one step at a time and don't settle for less. Just continue to climb. Follow your dream. If you stumble, don't stop and lose sight of your goal. Press to the top. For only on top can we see the whole view. Can we see what we've done and what we can do? Can we then have the vision to seek something new? Press on and follow your dream. As you hear other speakers tonight, our purpose is to congratulate the students on their accomplishments and encourage them in their dreams. We also acknowledge the contributions and efforts of the faculty, family, guests in helping students in reaching their goal. One of the important things about a regional campus is our connection to the community, and we receive strong support from community leaders that participate in meetings what we call the Coordinating Council. Tonight we have with us members of that council. Marion Royster and his wife Jessica are attending this ceremony. And at this time I'd like to introduce Amy Iman, the Executive Director of the Fairfield County Foundation and the Chair of the Council, who provide her thoughts on this occasion.
Good evening. On behalf of the Ohio University Lancaster Coordinating Council, I'd like to welcome you to this year's commencement ceremony. I extend this welcome to the administration, the faculty, special guests, and most importantly, our graduating students, your family, and friends. Let me start by saying congratulations. Just think, it was just a few short years ago, maybe longer, that you began your college career, and now you are here today, about to graduate and officially become an alumni of Ohio University. Today is a chance to say thank you to all those individuals that have helped you get to this point, to your family, your friends, your professors, your advisors, all those that have helped you to be the successful person that you are today. Today is also a chance for you to look back on all that you have accomplished. I too am an Ohio University alum, which you'll be here in just a few short minutes. And when I look back at my college days, I don't remember it always being fun. There were fun times, but I do remember the struggles, the late nights, stress and frustration, procrastinating. Jim said too much coffee. In my case, it was binge eating pizza. And I'm sure you've experienced some of that too. But now that you're finished, wasn't it all worth it? Because of all that, because of all the hard work, your future is full of promise, just waiting for you to grab hold of it. Your degree serves as a gateway to opportunity and to a world of possibilities. I encourage you to go out into the world, into our community, into the workforce with your eyes and mind wide open. Ask questions, explore new ideas, imagine, grow, develop, volunteer, and experience all that life has to offer, all that your education has afforded you. To quote Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. In closing, I'd like to wish you the best of times and the best in whatever your future brings. Change the world, make us proud. I have no doubt you will. Congratulations and good luck. Thank you.
You have heard my perspective as dean, the perspective of a community leader. In a moment, we'll hear the student's perspective. Jeremy Lindsay, president of Alpha Phi Omega and graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Communication and an Associate of Arts, will speak on behalf of the students of Ohio University Lancaster. Please welcome Jeremy.
All right, thank you, Dean Smith, faculty, staff, students for this honor. Now, students, I know that you guys are all kind of nervous. Trust me, being up here, twice as hard. So kind of bear with me here. Every morning you have two choices: continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. I want you to take a minute and think back to when you were in 6th grade. Do you remember getting asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? When I was in 6th grade, my teacher asked me to write a message in our yearbook about what we wanted to be when we grew up. Thinking hard about all kinds of career choices, I decided that seeing the stars and the moon would be awesome, so I put astronaut. Fast forward a couple decades, I can officially say I'm never going to be an astronaut. As time flew by, friends and teachers would come in and out of my life, and by the time I hit my senior year of high school, I was probably one of the most popular kids in Lancaster. Of course, working at a movie theater and getting people in free will do that for you. At the end of my senior year of high school, I was ready to be done with school. I just wanted out, to see the world and have fun. However, one thing stood in my way: adulthood. After graduation, I did what a typical 19-year-old would do. I moved into my parents' basement, slept all day, stayed up playing video games all night, spent my money on nothing but Mountain Dew and Little Debbie's, and with an occasional workday in between. However, I learned pretty fast that when you work with the corporate world, they expect you to be on time, so staying up all night would have to be put off until weekends, the occasional holiday, and college years. As time slowly crept by, I started to understand what it was really like to have a job that I loved. A lot of people have problems finding that one job that they just can't wait to go to each day. But for me, being able to go to the movies and just sit on the clock is probably one of the greatest perks. I worked in the movie theater for 14 years, and I went from being a little old employee, sweeping up popcorn and tearing movie tickets, to becoming the general manager of the movie theater. Little did I know that November 18th, 2011, my life would change forever. I completed a 16-hour shift and listened to 700 teen girls and their mothers yell, "I am Team Edward," and "I am Team Jacob." I was leaving work at 4 a.m. when I noticed something that I hadn't seen for a very long time. Across the night sky went 2 shooting stars, and that's when it hit me. I was missing something, but I just couldn't figure out what it was. I sat in my car for about 20 minutes thinking. I had an awesome job, I had a fair amount of money in my pocket, I still had Mountain Dew and Little Debbie's to eat, and I was no longer living in my parents' basement. So what could it possibly be? A few seconds later, I realized I forgot my keys, so I had to run back inside. As I started the drive home, I started to think about my past and how much I missed my friends. Once I got home, on my desk was my old red book. When I opened it up, lo and behold, it was my 6th grade yearbook. I started to laugh as I looked at the photos of me and my old classmates dressed as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers. Then in the back of the yearbook, there it was, a photo of me and the question, "Jeremy, what are you going to be when you grow up?" That night, I realized I had been out of high school for 12 years, and after a lot of thinking, I decided it might be time to go back to school and see what I could do to fill in some of the void that I was missing. So the next morning, I came to Ohio University, Lancaster, picked up an application, and filled it out. Several weeks later, I got the letter saying, "Congratulations, you have been accepted to Ohio University, Lancaster." Of course, when I read it, it went something like this: "Congratulations, you are now in debt until you're 90. But that's okay. It's not really that bad. I was pretty excited about getting accepted to college, and I ran out and bought $150 worth of supplies 6 months before classes even started. Of course, this would be the last time that I did anything so far in advance, since we all know that the golden rule of college students is to procrastinate until the day of when something's due. Summer came along and freshman orientation, and that's where I got my first words of wisdom from Jeff Whitehead. Jeff told us during the orientation to never be afraid to ask questions, take time and join some organizations, and get involved in the school. After grilling over 2,000 hot dogs, hamburgers, brats, and chicken, serving over 1,000 scoops of ice cream, and 1,500 bags of popcorn, I can officially say that no student has left OUL hungry. I can also say that by listening to Jeff, I have become a leader on this campus and helped other students become leaders to make OUL one of the best branch campuses in all of Ohio. Once freshman orientation was over, I was a nervous wreck. I was 29 years old and had no idea what to expect when I walked out in front of the doors at OUL. However, all that changed on the first day when I walked into the first class. Standing behind a little podium was Dee Anderson with her huge smile on her face and words I will never forget. Welcome to Ohio University Lancaster. Glad you could be here today. That whole first week of classes, Dee was able to help me understand what it was like to be a college student and how professors are willing to work with you as a student as long as you ask for help. I only wish I would have paid a little bit more attention when she started talking about APA format, because I still have no idea what I'm doing. Time flew by, and I learned a few unique things about OUL. First, being at OUL campus encourages the building of strong relationships. Since we are a branch campus, we are extremely lucky that we are able to have the opportunity to get to know our professors and our classmates for who they are, unlike Athens campus, where they don't always have the same opportunity. Second, Jeff Whitehead is a super ninja. You can see him heading down to the gym or walking towards student services, and then poof, he's gone. You can't find him for like 5 or 10 minutes. He also probably has the most steps on a Fitbit than anybody on this campus whatsoever. Last but not least, I found that there are several professors here on OUO that I just want one more class with. I love learning from them, and they not only taught me that it's okay to be wrong, but sometimes you just need to think a little bit deeper and look outside the box, because sometimes the answers aren't always clear. Finally, this semester came, and let me tell you, once January hit, the countdown to graduation started. I started the semester off telling myself this was it. I'm going to get the best grades possible and finish out my college career on top. Unfortunately, one class put a monkey wrench in that. After stressing out about a big paper for my senior capstone class, I ended up with having a nightmare, and I woke up having a massive heart attack that I should have basically ended my life. Now, I look like a healthy guy, but stress over the years, along with Mountain Dew and Little Debbie's, made sure that I would have medical problems for the rest of my life. When I came back to school a week later, I wanted to be done. I was ready to drop out of the semester, and I just came back next fall. However, OUO has a special kind of place and a special kind of relationship that we all need. It has become our second home. For some of us, it's been our home for the past 2 years, and for others, it's been our home for the past 4 or 5 years. Our fellow classmates have now become like brothers and sisters, and our professors have become parents. Wherever we go and whatever we do, we know that our family isn't going to let us give up. I'm here today because none of you let me give up on my dreams, and you all pushed me to keep going. I challenge each of you to never give up on your dreams. Take each day, reach for them, and when you get there, make new dreams and keep going. The sky's the limit. I also challenge you to imagine your possibilities, for life is full of opportunities to learn new and exciting things. As Walt Disney said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Before I close, there are a few things that I want you guys to remember. First, take each day and live your life to the fullest, because you're not guaranteed how long you guys are going to live. Second, take a minute, look at the person on your left, look at the person on your right, and congratulate them because they made it to graduation. They, like you, have gone through hell and back to get to this day. Third, remember that even though this journey might be ending, when you wake up tomorrow, a new journey will be waiting for you. Your OUO family will be there for you wherever you go, and wherever your journey might take you. I'll leave you with a quote from Ellen DeGeneres. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means, follow that path. Congratulations, class of 2016. Mischief managed.
Please welcome Mr. Victor Jones, Lecturer of Theater and recipient of the Phi Theta Kappa Professor of the Year Award in 2015, who will speak on behalf of the faculty.
Congratulations, everyone, and welcome. This is an extremely difficult moment for me. Above all, many of you have your parents here. I don't have mine, and I wish my mother and father were here to see this moment. It's especially humbling to be here. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them. And we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know that who I am today because I knew you. It's one of my favorite lyrics from one of my favorite musicals, Wicked, which goes along with the show I'm producing this summer, The Wizard of Oz, if any of you know that going on. Well, anyway, thank you for having me here on this special day. Dean Smith, Associate Dean Becker, let me move this back. Distinguished faculty, staff, guests, family, and friends, I'm truly honored to be here. I want you to take a look around, kind of what Jeremy said, to your right, to your left. Look over here at this distinguished faculty. The people that are behind me are musicians, all your family and friends, because right now, this moment, at this time, will never be repeated ever again. Go ahead and do that. Look around. I'm going to tell you a few stories this evening, and I hope they will inspire you and motivate you to do wonderful and great things. But a little bit before I do that, I want to tell you who I am. My name's Victor Jones. I'm a producer. I'm a director. I'm a teacher. But the most important thing that I've been is a son and a caregiver. I'm going to break down my speech into acts, scenes, and for those of you who have been in my theater classes, yes, beats. A dramatic pause, a change in direction, a transition. And there's a reason I have beats in my life, and the reason you all have beats in your life also. Many of you, as Jeremy and Dean Smith and others talked about, today is the pre-show of your act. The beginning of what's yet to come, the ability and the excitement of what you're about to do. The warm-up period sets the foundation for what's about to come. And in that warm-up period, each of us play different roles, and those roles change throughout our life. You're the mom, the dad, the son, the brother, the professor, the teacher, the sheriff. But as I mentioned, my most important role of my life was the son and the caregiver. It's the most important. Think about the journey that each of you took today to get to where you are. Because there is a journey on how you got here. My journey is pretty unique because I came here for another reason. I came here because my parents were ill. I moved home to be a caregiver. I started to find my path. I took 10 years off. But what led me to OUL was a visit to Student Services. Student Services gave me a card that had the name of Dr. Candace Thomas Maddox on it. But I'll get back to that story in just a minute. But in the meantime, I was living between New York City and Miami, Florida, trying to be an actor. Time and time again, looking for that big break. And my parents got ill. I moved home to Lancaster, and I looked for ways to get involved in the arts and television. I waited tables at the Bexley Monk. I worked at Olive Garden. I did whatever it did to fulfill the need for arts and theater so that I could fulfill that passion. I worked at ABC News, Channel 6. I then went to work at ABC News in Charlotte, North Carolina, and landed in Cleveland at Fox News 8. All the while my parents, my mother suffering from Alzheimer's, my father battling prostate cancer, he being a caregiver for her. And I remember moments that changed your life and your path and direction. I was sitting at the desk at Fox News 8 in Cleveland, ready to produce the midday noon newscast. The phone rang. And the news director said, "Victor, there's a phone call for you." I answered the phone, and my dad said to me, "Bub," which is what he called me, "Bub, can you come home and take care of Mom and I?" I said, "Sure. I'll be home right after the midday nooncast." I went home, took a leave of absence. 3 months turned into 10 years of full-time caregiver. For that, I am truly so proud of that moment. And why I say I'm proud of that is because you learn to balance life. Many of you here are parents. Many of you are students who work full-time. Many of you have families and you've gone back to school. You're adult students and you're struggling as OUL students. But look what you made it to. You're graduating today. Stay in your gratitude. Be thankful for the accomplishment of today. If anyone's been in any of my productions, they know that I have a lot of things that I'm true about, which is be in the moment, be present, be true to yourself, and stay in your gratitude. I talk about that all the time because being here at OUL is a huge, special place. The faculty that's over here, they have touched my life and touched all of yours. I know that. They have welcomed me here. Dr. Candace Thomas-Maddox, who hired me, you all have a gift that you've been given, a unity that's only happening today, tonight, at this moment. Be thankful. Tell your family and friends that you're thankful, and stay in your gratitude. There's always a bigger plan, and sometimes you have to step out of your own way to let that plan happen. Sometimes you aren't ready for the gift that's about ready to come your way. You have to be ready to receive it. But God had a bigger plan for me, and when I was called home to be a caregiver for my mom and dad, I didn't realize that I would be grateful then like I am now. After the warm-up, you prepare for the overture. Some of you are in the overture. The most exciting part, you hear the violins tuning up, the brass, the drums, the trumpets. Your heart starts to beat faster, just kind of like mine is right now. But some of you have the overture to your lives every day, the soundtrack to your life. By turning on your music, you get pumped by the day. But continuing my story, that after my parents passed away, I went to work at Sears. Seemed like the right job at the right place at the right time, selling appliances. I began to be a substitute teacher at Pickerington High School North. But meanwhile, I was struggling to find what would fulfill me, which was arts and music and theater. So I kept doing that, kept striving it. So that's where my passion was. I had to put on the back burner all those things. You have to make a living, like many of us do. But I took action, and I began attending local theater productions. Got hired by the largest local talent agent in the Midwest, and I dreamed about ways to get back involved with music and theater. At that time, I knew that theater had not been here at this university for some time. Nothing. So I decided at that moment that I was going to create my own job, my own theater company, and my own destiny. And it was very, very simple, actually. Well, no. Act 1, here we go, pre-show again. I wrote this letter on the computer, put it in the save file on my documents because I was afraid of rejection. I wanted to apply for a job at Ohio University, Lancaster, that didn't exist, and a theater program that didn't exist. So it sat on the documents file. But then one day I had the courage to hit print. I put it in an envelope, snail mailed it to Dr. Candace Thomas-Maddox, and very quickly my life changed because I took a chance, I took a risk on a job that didn't exist, wasn't posted, and didn't have a theater program. So, what I'm telling you is don't limit yourselves. Dare to be great. Be present. Stay in your gratitude. So that's Act 1. And you say, where's Act 2? For you adult students, Act 2 is just beginning. For me, this is my second act. This is their second act. But some of you, this is still your warm-up. You're just getting going. There's a few people that I have to thank. The stage manager of my production, Dr. Candace Thomas Maddox. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. My parents, thank you. I am in your gratitude for this moment. Thank you so much. Phyllis Lanier, who I sat in the office with, who gave me Candace's card. Pat Fox. And there's two other people, besides my mother and father, who on this early journey, when there was no stagecraft production class, where there were no set builders, where there were no ushers, no ticket people, no one to do anything but me, Levi Donahue and Olivia Miller, who just endlessly gave of their time to me and to the theater program. I have a few things that I want to say before we leave. And I'm going to skip all the way to the end because I think I've said everything that I wanted to say that was scripted. And it well may be that we may never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I've learned from you. If you don't know the lyrics, if you do know the lyrics, feel free to say them with me. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe that I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, and because I knew all of you students, so many of you, I'm so proud of you because we started on this journey at the same time 4 or 5 years ago. And because I knew you, we and I have been changed for good. Break a leg, class of 2016. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Each year, Lancaster students who are members of the National Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, conduct a rigorous selection process to recognize a faculty member for excellence in teaching and the promotion of learning both inside and outside the classroom. The Student Selection Committee solicits nominations, gathers supporting materials, and may visit classrooms as they make their choice. Our audience should know that the winner is always a closely guarded secret until the presentation is made. Brian Fielder, president of our Phi Theta Kappa chapter, will announce the results. Brian?
Teaching excellence is the hallmark of a great university, and Ohio University Lancaster has some truly outstanding professors. Our faculty devote countless hours to creating learning experience that not only engage students, but also go the extra mile to mentor students as they strive to identify and achieve their goals. Each year, the Beta Theta Kappa chapter of Phi Theta Kappa, say that 3 times fast, honorary at Ohio University Lancaster solicits nominations from students to recognize those professors who have gone above and beyond in their teaching. This year received nominations for 5 faculty members, and we think this speaks to the quality of instruction that we provide our students at OUL and to our faculty's role in ensuring that our students receive the best education possible. Once nominees were submitted, Phi Theta Kappa members reviewed the nomination packets, a recipient was selected, and her or his identity have been kept closely guarded secret until this evening's announcement. This year's recipient is a full-time faculty member at OUL who works tirelessly to provide students in his or her classes with a variety of learning resources to facilitate comprehension of the subject that she or he teaches. He or she has devoted More than a decade at OUL, teaching nearly a dozen different classes that span a variety of levels in her or his discipline. This year's Professor of the Year is described by one student as demonstrating a keen ability to incorporate creative and commitment to excellence against all unnecessary odds. He or she is dedicated to incorporating innovative technologies to assist students in the learning process. From hosting supplemental discussions on Blackboard to help students work through difficult problems, to using apps that allow her to comment on photos that students send via their mobile devices when they are stuck on a problem. Our PTK honoree is dedicated to making sure that students are able to get the help that they need. In 2013, she was a member of the OUL faculty team that received an 1804 grant to provide students with online tutoring resources. Her dedication to incorporating a balance of rigor and creativity in her teaching is summarized by one of her students who had this to say in her letter of nomination. She is determined to give her class every opportunity to succeed and encourages her students to focus more on learning the overall concepts rather than focusing so much on just the letter grade. Her classes incorporate a variety of real-life mathematics activities that are both challenging and fun. One example of this class is an activity where she designated a creative scavenger hunt of shapes around the OUL campus. Our recipient has been helping students build confidence and enthusiasm for the subject of mathematics at OUL since 2003, and we are thrilled tonight to honor Dr. Kathleen Batiste Prasuti as the 2016 Professor of the Year. Please congratulate me and congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
That's always fun to do and watch. Each year, the Regional Higher Education Office that coordinates the activities of Ohio University's 5 regional campuses presents to a deserving faculty member the Outstanding Professor of the Year Award. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize faculty at Lancaster who have received the award in the past by having them stand. Brian Hoyt, who also won the Presidential Teaching Award in 2013, Candace Thomas Maddox, Patrick Munhall, and Scott Miner. OUL is proud of these faculty who demonstrate the excellence in teaching, professional development, and service that is the hallmark of the Lancaster campus. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lori Locke, Director of Development and External Affairs for the Lancaster campus, to present the Ohio University Lancaster Alumni Leadership Award.
Good evening. The Ohio University Lancaster Alumni Leadership Award is presented to a graduate who has distinguished themselves in their field and in their community. Nominees must have attended Ohio University Lancaster and/or Pickerington for a minimum of 1 year of study and show evidence of dedication to Ohio University Lancaster. The 2016 award was presented last Friday evening during our annual recognition program due to the travel schedule of this year's recipient, who is John W. Boffman. Prior to his graduation from Ohio University in 1967 with a Bachelor's of Science in Education, John had already begun his career as a cadet teacher with the Lancaster City Schools. He retired from the same school district after 30 years, serving as teacher, building principal, district administrator, and for the last 9 years as the superintendent of schools. John has consistently demonstrated his love for and his commitment to his alma mater by serving the College of Education, Society of Alumni and Friends, the Ohio University Alumni Association, National Alumni Board, the Coordinating Council for Ohio University Lancaster, and the last 3 major capital campaigns for the university, and numerous special task forces and committees. John continues to reside here in Lancaster, and with his wife, Marcia Scott Boffman, a 1965 graduate of Ohio University, along with their 3 grown daughters, who are also graduates of Ohio University, who now work and reside in the Central Ohio area. It's my great honor to present John W. Boffman's acceptance remarks for this prestigious award. I wish to thank Dean James Smith and those responsible for nominating me as the Ohio University Lancaster Alumni Leader for 2016. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award. I apologize that some long-standing plans out of state prevent me from being with you here tonight. Many thanks to Lori Locke for sharing these brief comments with all of you. Dean Smith, OU grads and guests, faculty and staff attending tonight's Honors Convocation. 2 important events in my life took place in 1967. The first, I graduated and became an alum of Ohio University. The second, I married the love of my life, Marcia Scott. And if there is anything about me that makes me truly distinguished, it is that I am Marcia's husband. I am the first of my immediate family to have earned a college degree. God blessed me with the ability to learn and to achieve. He placed me in the care of a loving family who stressed the importance of continuing my education, but had not the means to help me pay for college. I was also blessed by being placed in the proximity to this fine university, which had outstretched its arms to the region, placing centers of learning outside of Athens into communities like Lancaster. I will always be grateful to Ohio University for providing the initial financial resources needed for me to start my college education. I was a non-traditional college student in 1967, which at Ohio University Lancaster was a night school program that was held at Lancaster High School. In fact, there were only 2 regular employees at the time, the director and the secretary. The professors drove from Athens and from Capital University to provide classroom instruction. I worked during the day and attended night classes 5 nights a week. My education at this university enabled me to enter the teaching profession. My service to the Lancaster City Schools and my further education gave me the opportunity to rise within the ranks, and I spent nearly 24 years in various school administrative roles. I was also able to apply my skills within the community organizations as a volunteer. The term "pay it forward" is something that Marcia and I believe in and will forever. Having also worked in administrative positions for private businesses for about 11 years, I'm now working on my 3rd retirement. Although I am less involved in work and volunteerism these days, I still have a great yearning to remain connected to my community. I encourage those of you just starting out to consider adding some kind of community service to your active life. It most often brings to you more than you give. Thank you so much for this great honor. I hope this evening is one in celebration of accomplishment. With gratitude, John W. Boffman. On behalf of the Ohio University Alumni Association, Dean Smith, and the Ohio University Lancaster community, I extend congratulations to John Boffman and to each of you as our newest graduates. An Ohio University alumni pin is being given to each of you this evening as a gift from the Ohio University Alumni Association. Thank you and congratulations.
John Boffman is a person I got to know early in my time here at the Lancaster campus, and indeed it is an honor to bestow this award upon him. He is graciously given of his time, talent, and treasures for this campus and loves it dearly. We've taken some time to recognize faculty, but now let's turn our thoughts to students who have achieved awards. Will those students achieving cum laude honors with a GPA of 3.5 to 3.74 wearing the bronze cords please stand at your seats? Well done. Will those students achieving magna cum laude, high honors with a GPA of 3.75 to 3.899, wearing silver cords, please stand at your seats? Excellent work. Thank you. Will those students achieving summa cum laude, highest honors with a GPA of 3.9 to 4.0, wearing the gold cords, please stand at your seats? Outstanding achievement, thank you. Outstanding. At this time, I'd like to recognize all of our military and veteran students for their past, present, and upcoming service to our country. Would these graduates please rise? Thank you for your service. Associate Dean Becker.
It is my honor to present those students who will receive the associate's degree. While we enjoy a selection from the Assembly Brass Quartet, will those graduates please come forward? William Howard III, Associate in Arts. Audrey Abel, Associate in Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Tammy Hibbard, Associate in Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Dominique Anderson, Associate in Applied Science, Engineering Technology. Amber Shreves, Associate in Arts. Kirsten Wiest, Associate in Applied Business, Business Management Technology. Jesse K. Roberts, Associate in Applied Science, Deaf Studies and Interpreting. Caitlin Boring, Associate in Applied Science, Child Development. Hope Brobst, Associate in Applied Science, Child Development. Kayla Lowry, Associate in Applied Science, Child Development. Erin Hayes, Associate in Applied Science, Child Development. Amanda Adams, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Assisting Technology. Brittany Champlin, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Assisting Technology. Olivia Picklesheimer, Associate in Applied Science, Medical Assisting Technology. Angela Hensler, Associate in Applied Business, Business Management Technology. Evan Brubuck, Associate in Applied Science, Law Enforcement Technology. Olivia Montgomery-Chory, Associate in Applied Science, Law Enforcement Technology. Caitlin Spires, Associate in Applied Science, Law Enforcement Technology. Christina Cheadle, Associate in Individualized Studies. Ann Conrad, Associate in Applied Business, Accounting Technology. Vanessa Carter, Associate in Science. Ryan Johnson, Associate in Applied Science, Industrial Maintenance Technology. Kayla Hirschberger, Associate in Applied Business, Accounting Technology. Luke Sheets, Associate in Applied Science, Law Enforcement Technology. Ian Ferguson, Associate in Science. Connie McDaniel, Associate in Applied Science, Human Services Technology. Please join me in a round of applause for all of our associate degree students. At this time, we would like to honor all of our students receiving their bachelor's degrees. Would all of our bachelor's degree students please come forward? Andrew Lindell, Bachelor of Criminal Justice. Jesse Brake, Bachelor of Arts. Alyssa Green, Bachelor of Arts. Tessa Marie Potenski, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Nicole Poling, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Brooklyn Thompson, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. John Tyler Baumgartner, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Annie Worthington, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Kelsey Kohler, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Madge George, Bachelor of Criminal Justice. Haley Roth, Bachelor of Science in Communication, Associate in Applied Science, Electronic Media Technology. Kaylee Bosch, Bachelor of Science in Communication, Associate in Applied Science, Deaf Studies and Interpreting. Heather Martin, Bachelor of Science in Communication, Associate in Applied Science, Deaf Studies and Interpreting. Emily Tankersley, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Haley Gross, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Jamie Stump, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Elizabeth Parsons, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Priscilla Connell, Bachelor of Science. Tia Parks, Bachelor's in Healthcare Administration. Thomas Vasilikis, Bachelor of Science or Bachelor of Specialized Studies, an Associate in Arts. Nicholas Locke, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Curtis McClaskey, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Christopher Paul Barlow, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Alan Smith, Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Laura K. Chapman, Bachelor of Science in Education. Carly Morrison, Bachelor of Science in Education. Alyssa Beamer, Bachelor of Science in Education. Deidre Wetmore, Bachelor of Science in Education. Shannon Myers, Bachelor of Science in Education. Crystal Coulter, Bachelor of Science in Education. Bethany Ashbaugh, Bachelor of Science in Education. Nicole Hickson, Bachelor of Science in Education. Lauren Ferguson, Bachelor of Science in Education. Jennifer Phillips, Bachelor of Science in Education. Sarah Powers, Bachelor of Science in Education. Elise Probasco, Bachelor of Science in Education. Lori Lacey, Bachelor of Science in Education. Layla Frommeyer, Bachelor of Science in Education. David Reynolds, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Gregory Locke, Bachelor of Arts. Ryan Griffin, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Biology. Evan Callahan, Bachelor of Science in Education. April Oates, Bachelor of Science in Education. Sadie Butts, Bachelor of Science in Education. Shannon Rhine, Bachelor of Science in Education. Aaron Head, Bachelor of Science in Education. Stacy Herb, Bachelor of Science in Education. Riley Montgomery, Bachelor of Science in Education. Audra Bledsoe, Bachelor of Science in Education. Kelly Turner, Bachelor of Science in Education. Renee Henry, Bachelor of Science in Education. Michael David Turneau, Bachelor of Science in Education. Brian R. Morris, Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Candace Keene, Bachelor of Science in Health. Brandy M. Crumley, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. McKenna Harder, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Megan Shainlaub, Bachelor of Specialized Studies in History and Philosophy. Amy Steebleton, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Jared C. Whitehead, Bachelor of Technical and Applied Studies. Paige Kirsten Stout, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Allison Kottner, Bachelor of Science in Health. Allison Dorian, Bachelor of Health Science. Amber Garten, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Michelle Rogers, Bachelor of Science in Health. Cassandra Lee Powers, Bachelor of Science in Health. Josie Benner, Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Associates in Science, Deaf Studies and Interpreting. Alyssa Bateson, Bachelor of Arts. Alyssa is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bateson, who work at Ohio University Lancaster supporting the Dean's Office and Physical Plant. Kirsten DeWeese, Bachelor of Arts. Jennifer Berry, Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Associate in Applied Science, Deaf Studies and Interpreting. Stephanie N. Lane, Bachelor of Science in Education, Early Childhood. Caitlin Bibby, Bachelor of Science in Education. Francesca Ann Russell, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Elizabeth Lance, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Kelsey Lowther, Bachelor of Social Work. Adrian Brown, Bachelor of Social Work. Amy McCafferty, Bachelor of Social Work. Sarah Wiest, Bachelor of Science in Applied Management. Tamara Pillay, Bachelor of Social Work. Tamara is the daughter of Dr. Pillay, who is an Associate Professor of Counseling and Higher Education in Athens. Barbara West, Bachelor of Social Work. Melissa Irwin, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Courtney Hewitt, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Taylor Smith, Bachelor of Science in Health. Tammy Smith, Bachelor of Specialized Studies. Ryan Fielder, Bachelor of Science in Communication. Jeremy Lindsay, Bachelor of Science in Communication and Associate in Arts. Okay. A round of applause for all of our bachelor's degree students. There's no hurry. You only get to do that walk one time. So, at this time, we would like to honor all of our master's degree students. Would our master's degree students please come forward? Lori Murray Cunningham, Master of Arts. Brittany Duncan, Master of Arts in Communications. Mary Kate Wright, Master of Arts. Tracy Hossam, Master of Arts. Please join me in congratulating our master's degree students.
We have reached that point in the ceremony that the students have been waiting for. I'd like to ask our candidates for graduation to please stand. Please move your tassels from right to left, signifying that you've completed your course of study. Congratulations to all of you. Graduates, I'd like to ask that you remain standing and please offer your family and friends your applause in gratitude for their help and support in your education. Please be seated. I'd like to ask our faculty to please stand. Please join me in thanking OUL's fine and distinguished faculty. I would like to express our thanks to Sheriff David Phelan for his invocation and benediction, to our interpreter Lorraine Rogers, and to the staff of our physical plant, to Carolyn Bateson, Executive Assistant, Pat Fox, Enrollment Manager, the Assembly Brass, our brass quartet, and all our staff members and student assistants and OU shirts who made this ceremony possible. Please give them a round of applause thanking them. You are invited to meet your graduate at a reception on the north patio or inside the north lobby. Now I request that the graduates, faculty, staff, and audience please stand for the Ohio University alma mater led by Victor Jones and the benediction that will follow. I ask that you please remain standing for the academic recessional. I ask that you please remain at your seats and stay out of the aisles until the recession has exited.
Alma mater, Ohio, alma mater, brave and fair, alma mater, we hail thee, for we own thy kindly care. Alma mater, Ohio, when we read thy story o'er, we revere thee and cheer thee as we sing thee praise once more.
Will you join me in prayer? Father in heaven, we are so thankful for each graduate, whether they be a son, a daughter, brother, sister, grandchild, spouse, parent, or friend. They are such blessings. And Father, we just lift up a special prayer tonight, a prayer of protection for each graduate. Put a hedge of protection around them, put an angel with them in the days and weeks and months and years to come. We're thankful for their life, and we're thankful for all you've given us as a community, as a country, and we're just thankful for so many things. We give you glory in Jesus' name. And all God's people said, Amen.